Hello, hello. It's 11 o'clock. I'm here. How is everyone? I see we've got some people on already. Very nice. Wendy, Deb, Rebecca. Welcome, Rebecca. Let's see. Kathy. Very cool. Tammy. Nigel. Connie. Wendy. Very nice. Welcome, Wendy. Crystal. Just running down the list. Steph is here. Very nice. Am I missing anyone? Susan's here. Very cool. I know there's others that are on that are not necessarily commenting maybe. So if you're commenting on the Patreon side, please come over to the YouTube side if you can so you can chat in there because I probably won't see the messages. Heather's here. Very cool. Tammy. I said Tammy, didn't I? I don't think I did. I don't want to miss anyone. Valerie's here. Very cool. Lauren. That's Janet, right? Yeah, that's Janet. Very nice. Very nice. Randy's here. Very cool. Christina. Charlotte Dudley. Thank you, because I was going to see CD. I probably would have gotten it. Bruce is here. Very nice. Hey, guys. Steve's here. Oh, cool. And Lizzie. Oh, Lizzie's here. Very good. Yep, I got you. All right. So we're all here. It's a nice Friday night. I'm going to run through all the good stuff. Let's welcome, first I want to welcome Rebecca Harris, new patron. Wendy White, very cool. Gregory Witz, I don't know if he's on, but I'm welcoming him. And Christopher DeRozier, I think is the name, DeRozier. So 4 new patrons. Yes, and anytime we get new patrons, I'm very grateful. You know, you guys are finding me on your own when you're watching the videos and you come over on your time, and it's nice. You know, it's a beautiful thing. So it's always a new family member when we get a new patron. Let's see. I can say both patrons. Oh, okay, gotcha. You had me in stereo, Nigel. Yeah, that can happen. Kathy's here. Very good. How does that make? I'm just looking here. See. Yes, welcome to all the new patrons. Very cool. I'm definitely over being sick pretty much. Still feeling it a little bit, but I got this wicked headache in the back of my neck tonight. It was like right in the, oh, Josette's here. Very cool. Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah. I love seeing when someone hasn't been on for a while and they come back on. So that's great. Yes. I have a little bit of a headache, so I'm drinking water, took some Advil. I don't know why. I don't get headaches too often. Lavender oil. I have some of that, actually. So, yeah, I'm feeling a little better. I just had this nagging headache in the back. It's like a tension headache in the back of my neck. And that's weird because that's when I do, when I connect with a spirit intuitively, they say that it connects through the back of your neck, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I've had a little bit of a headache, but everything's good. I'm going to do some announcements real quick here. Yeah, Goodies powder is something I used to use. Yeah, I actually have some. It seems like Advil is the only thing that works for me. It's kind of weird. Ibuprofen. So this is. I'm just going to announce real quick here. You guys are all like, what is it? The essential oils experts here. That's cool. So let's just do this. First group session. First group session is next Saturday. Next Saturday on the 12th. Okay, I'm not going to go live on that Friday that week. So next week I won't be going live because I'll be doing the first of 2 group sessions. So I'm doing 2 group sessions this month in an attempt to see if I can reach more of your loved ones. So I'm splitting up the list. So that's on the 12th, Saturday night. I'm going to do it. And the second group session will be on the 26th on Saturday. And then I'll go live again. So live tonight, not going live next week because I'm going to have the first group session Next week or the week after that, I'll go live again Friday night. And then the 26th, the weekend of the 26th, I'll do the group session, the second one. So I'm going to post, Jen, I'll get to that question in a second. I'm going to post the full list here in the next few days. Hold on, my little light is flickering. Let's see. I think I need new batteries. Anyway, I'm going to post the list here, the full list, and have you guys really check it and make sure that everyone's loved one is right on there. So I'm going to post that in the next few days. The reason I haven't done that yet is because after the first of the month, there's so many fluctuation with the cards, the credit cards, and the way Patreon charges, and there's all kinds of things. So I'm going to wait for a few more people to kind of correct and fix their cards. And then, so I don't want anyone to miss the list. So I'll post that in the next couple of days. Janet asked me a question. Oh, excuse me. Josh, do your hoodies run big or small? I know. Change of subject, just a quick answer when you have time, please. You know, they don't run big. No, they run about the size that they are. They're actually kind of a little bit of a tighter fit. Not tighter fit. I don't want to say that because it's loose, but it's they're good. They fit good. Mine didn't shrink really very much at all, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, they're not big though. I don't think they run big. Yeah, they're kind of in the middle. Connie says it there. Yeah. I really want a bumper sticker. I drove behind a car with a Hope bumper sticker when Adam just passed all the way to work, and it really helped me. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to get some bumper stickers. There's a lot on the docket to get to. There's a lot of things I want to get to, you know, and I'm finding that over this holiday season, it's been, or this, you know, over the past holiday here, it's been kind of like difficult for me to kind of get caught up trying to balance everything. It's been very hectic. And then, you know, if you've noticed, I haven't posted a video on YouTube yet, you know, and because I've been posting a video every week for like the last year. I mean, it's been crazy. And I mean, shows even have seasons where they get a break. And when you're a YouTuber, you're posting this stuff. I hate calling myself a YouTuber, but when you have a channel and you have people that are looking for you to post, you know, you want to post consistently every week. And when you're just doing like a blog, a video blog or something like that, it's easy to just keep doing a video. You know, you're commenting on something, you're reviewing something, whatever. But when we're doing this stuff, it can be very, you know, difficult because it's like, you know, you can't force evidence. You can't make things happen. So there's upswings and there's downswings in this thing. And so, you know, it's not something you can plan out. That's probably why a lot of networks and shows want, you know, to fake evidence, because they can't risk there being a slow point and, you know, and risk not having anything. So, but I'll get to that. There's interesting stuff I want to talk about that. Let me see. I don't want to miss any other thing. Go one size up. Okay, you're talking about the thing. Yeah. So now it's a laundry lesson. Let's see, Lauren, Janet. Okay, yep. We used to do for the rocket. I don't even know what that is. Okay. They do have, okay. Yeah, we're still talking about sweaters here. All right. You are the content, Josh. Yes, I'm the content. I don't know if I'm the content. That's, sometimes I am. I get that. Honk if you follow Hope. That's good. Very good. So let's see. Running down my list here. So I'm going to talk about a couple things here. I packed up my box, my Portal Connect, and sent it to Steve. So it's gone. It's on the way to Steve. So I'll probably hopefully get it back. If everything goes well, I'll get it back within the time, in time, by Friday. Hopefully I can get it by Friday. If not, then we'll have to figure it out. I might have to do the group session on Monday or something, but everything I'll keep you guys posted. But I sent it to him. He only said he needed about a 1 day turnaround time to update the box and add the pedal that needs to be added. So yeah, upgrades. I don't know if the whole thing is being upgraded. It's really just one pedal, and he wanted to tweak a couple things, he said. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Really, the last couple weeks have been, I've talked to you guys. I've explained to you, what's been going on. Yeah. Are you adding the backwards mode? Yes, I think he is. Yeah. I think he's adding that new pedal. So I'll be able to communicate, or I'll be able to use the recorder in the reverse mode, the way that he was doing it. Plus, anything he's doing now and getting the results of, as far as that kind of results, should be, what I'm getting. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how it's going to be with me. I don't know. I've gotten boxes from him where it's taken me a few weeks and a month or so to get acquainted. In the last one, it only took me a couple weeks, not even, to kind of get it down, a couple sessions. So, we'll see what happens. I'm excited because it's always a new possibility. There's always new possibilities, new potential. It's new potential. Do I feel like I'm losing my mojo? Yeah. It's not a mode. I don't know if that's the case. Where I'm going through something, Kathy. I'm going through something. I don't know what it is, and I'm trying to just stay the course. There's a lot of similar feelings that Steve and I are experiencing together, which is very interesting. Energy drained? No. It's 11 o'clock at night, so maybe I should start doing, if I look tired or if I'm just kind of calm, it's because it's my downtime, and this is when I look to relax and chill out. So maybe I should start doing the lives during the day. I might be a little bit more zippity, but no. And this is all, I've kind of laid this all out the way that it's been going. I've been kind of sharing it with you, and there's been these times where it's kind of like I'm coming back from this, or I'm feeling like I'm getting out of it, and then something happens, or it's a little bit of a confusing moment that I don't understand yet. And I think if I was going through this on my own, it would be one thing. It would be something for me to process in my own time. But because I've chose to share this journey so intimately, especially with you guys, and of course YouTube, it is, it makes it even more of a interesting factor. It makes it a more interesting journey, because it's like, I can't share only the good stuff. I have to share everything with you guys. And so nothing's bad. It's just, it's a different feeling than it was before. And I'm trying to understand what that means. I'm trying to understand the lesson, what my part and my role is in that, what the other aspects are that are the other factors that I can't control, don't understand, that's on the other side. So I know that a lot of you have felt this way too. And it's not about spirit communication. Just spiritually, you may feel down sometimes. I've gotten messages from you guys that are, you're saying, I'm not feeling this, or I'm feeling really good. So, it's an up and down process. We try to keep it as an even keel as much as we can. So there's things that I understand, and there's things that I really don't understand. Let me see before I don't want to go too far without reading what you have. It always comes in waves, it seems. Yes, it does. I believe it has the reverse. Okay. Yes, I'm going too far up. Be excited. So much to learn. If you wait long enough, just listening, you'll hear someone tell you you have the light. Yeah. Ebbs and flows are normal, right? Yep. You have a block because of the new life in your life. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's the baby. I don't think that's the factor. Because, I mean, if that was the case, I feel like I would be hearing more responses referring to the baby and saying something regarding that. So I don't think that's it. I mean, I was communicating with Spirit when Ava was a baby and we were doing this. So, I mean, yeah, we were all exactly where we need to be. I agree with that. It will come, be patient. I mean, it's not even that I'm being impatient. I don't think that I'm being impatient. I'm just trying to understand. And we all want understanding. We don't like to be in a place of confusion. So I'm going through a funk myself. So yeah, I've had a few people, message that's kind of like it's about balance. Yeah, we have time of up and down, and I meditate and pray. Yep. That's strange. You should say that. I've been feeling flat for the last 2 weeks, and I should be happy as I'm finally going to be doing what I love. Maybe it's because we are changing. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely lessons in this, and there's something to be. And I'm going to go through what Connie and I talked about. I'm still going to post that for you guys to check out. I'm just kind of trying to understand some of the messages at the tail end of these videos, and I can't. So hard to put in words. It is hard to put in words, Kathy. Yeah. Josh, if you've not already asked Spirit, why not keep asking them where they think you should take things? Well, I asked a lot of things. I'm getting answers that I'm not understanding right now. That's the issue. Lunar eclipse is around the 20th of the month, right? Good time to align, clear from the root up. Yep. Grounding is a big deal. And the lunar cycles do have something to do with how we are affected. It's very true. Less daylight can lessen energy this time of year, maybe spiritually too. Yep. I mean, these are all possibilities. I just don't think I've experienced. I mean, I've experienced similar things in the past, but I just, it's always still kind of a new feeling, though. It's all indication of growth. Well, that's good. Yeah, I believe that. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. Indeed, Randy. Let's see. Oh, Shannon's here. Hey, Happy New Year, Shannon. Glad you're here. I see that everyone has gone through the same thing. Why do you think that is? I don't know. All right, caught up on the messages and comments there. So I went to Connie. I sat with Connie. She channeled Jesus at first. She channeled him, and it was her message was a little, the message that came through was a little bit. It was beautiful, but it was a little general. She just came back from a very trying time herself, where she was helping a friend who was passing, and he just passed, and she had kind of cut off from all of her support system and groups and things of that nature. So it affected her, and she wasn't speaking to Jesus as regularly as she normally was. And she said that really affected her. So she had channeled him, and he didn't have anything pressing to say, like, oh, thank God you came. I wanted to tell you this, and you weren't understanding it through your own self. So I'm going to, there was none of that really. He shared about the guides. He shared, let's see, he confirmed there was someone that's kind of a negative spirit messing around. He said he wasn't going, that there's a reason. Uh-oh. No sound. Oh, now sound, but pick okay. Is everything good, guys? Okay, everyone's having, the connection's good. I don't want anyone to. Good. All right, good. So he said that there was someone messing around, and that he wasn't getting rid of them yet, or that there's a reason for that. There's a lesson. And that I needed to help him, pretty much, is what I need to do. And yeah, Susan, I think so. Confirming that was what it was. That's who it was. and that I needed to help him do it with love, of course, and that I need to, that there's a big lesson in it for me. So, you know, maybe the idea of roping him and dragging him and shoving light down his throat and all that other stuff isn't where I need to be right now, where in the past, that's what I have done. I've been, you know, when it's been someone that's a negative spirit, I hadn't, you know, just walked up to him and given him a hug. I've dealt with him like a warrior in some way, a light warrior. I don't know how else to say it. But punching him, yeah. But that is, let's see. And they said, have you ever, excuse me, and only Michael, let's see. Have you ever requested through the box for specifically and only Michael? Yes, I have. Definitely. I address Michael only through the recorder and through the box. But so he spoke some more about that I will eventually be like doing exorcists. I'll be working with a priest or something, doing exorcists, exorcisms, not exorcists, exorcisms, and that I'll some kind of something to that effect that I'll be doing, helping people that are severely possessed in some level. So, you know, again, I was like, well, that's interesting because I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, being that we are, that I've kind of moved away from some of that stuff. I've kind of moved into trying to move into more of like the love factor. But he said, no, he goes, that's fine. He goes, that's good. That's the reason why, is because you've softened even more, and that it's with pure love that you'll be able to do this kind of stuff. And, you know, I don't know if that's true. I don't, you know, I'm open to all possibilities. I'm open to all experiences that he wants to bring me to. So if that's what it is, then I'll be prepared to do that. He spoke of the guides. He spoke of, I mean, again, if that's the case, then I'm sure I'll find out about it at some point, and that's where it will lead me. And it, you know, maybe so far down the road that we'll look back and say, oh, wow, look at that, you know, or that may not ever happen. I don't know exactly, you know. Did he tell you about Bob? No, he did not tell me about Bob. What I got was, I am to do this to bring balance, and it is a process. Yep. You know, he spoke of the guides, and he spoke about how the guides don't feel as fulfilled in the work that we're doing right now. And that they are missing something, that they are going after something, and they're growing. They're in the place where they are for a reason, and that they are not, you know, that there's like something missing for them. They're trying to be closer to God. And so, yes, he says it. This is how he says it. I can't judge this stuff. This is what comes through. I'm not going to tell her, oh, I don't agree with that or whatever, because that's what's being channeled. You'll hear most of what I mean, some of it's like, it's a long video. So I'm going to try to trim it down. So it's just the stuff that, you know, makes sense. And that's for you guys to, and what I'm talking about. But that the guides have crossed over, but that they don't stay in heaven all the time, or something to that effect, that they're not fully in the light, that they're trying to get further up into, and you know, that when I'm in my light and I'm channeling light and I'm talking to God and I'm in that place where I feel very close to Jesus, very close to God, they feel it more, and they're in that place. Is this light messing with me? And so that, you know, if I'm not in that space, or if something's going on with me, that it can affect them, you know, clearly. And so that was weird for me to hear. And at the same time, it kind of makes sense because sometimes they seem like they're, like there's something, there's like they're frustrated, like they're not all knowing, that there's a lot of stuff that they don't know, or they're so I think that if that's the case, then okay, that makes sense. And that makes sense why some of them can seem frantic sometimes, or frustrated, or even not angry, but pissed off or whatever. Oh, Tracy's here. Fitzgerald, I think. Yeah. They too are learning, like Susan said. Right. So makes sense. He said that Michael will eventually have to move on, and that he will need to move on, and he won't be with me. That I'm going to have three separate angels that are going to be with me. So all that comes through. I don't know what to say about that. And then I asked a couple of questions on the DR60, didn't understand really what was coming through. And then I had her talk to Michael, or try to, talk to Michael first. And she asks, is this Michael? And he says, yes. And then he goes, I have nothing to say. I'm going to take over Josh. And she goes, whoa. This doesn't feel like this is someone else. And it was supposedly Frank, she didn't say the name. And I just kind of was like, okay. And so she goes to Jesus and she says, what was that? And he says, that was him. It's okay. I'm allowing this to be this way. Don't judge it, and don't be. And I said, fine, that's fine. And he goes, I'll get rid of him real quick so that you can talk to Michael. And it's like, he's gone. And then all of a sudden, she's like, okay, I'm connecting with Michael. She's like, I've got Michael. Is this him? And he says, yes, it's me. It's me. He goes, thank God I'm talking to you. Like, he goes, I want you to know it's me. I really want you to know it's me. Ask me anything or whatever. I said, all right. I said, how did you die, or what happened? I didn't ask that at first. I asked that at the end. And the information I got about that was that he died in 1880, and his family had deserted him. And I said that he died about 100 years ago, and he lost his family, and he had died in a fire is what was channeled. But Michael and I talked through Connie, and he says it made him feel good to be talking through her to me. He says, I'm not leaving you. He was like, I'm never going to leave you. I don't know why that was said or whatever. He says, I'm not leaving you. And I'm like, okay. I didn't think really you were or weren't. I really didn't make any determination on that. I felt like you wouldn't be, but of course I don't know. Am I going to be 80 years old or 70 and still talking to Michael? I don't know. Maybe that'd be cool, but if not, that's okay too. And, he said a couple other things that I'm going to let you guys listen to yourself. He died in a fire, they said. He said he died in a fire. Smoke inhalation and pain from the fire, but his family had left him. I don't know, it was a very weird thing. So was Michael an angel, or like us? Like us, Janet. He's not Archangel Michael, if that's what you're asking. I think he's working to try to be an angel, trying to grow, trying to be closer. Jesus talked about that eventually they'll be reborn into the light. And so maybe it is fully going, there's the levels, and that the highest level is the light, the source. And once you get into the light, you lose all sense of self, and you are back into the light until you're reborn into another body, or that you just are reborn into another body once you've chosen that. Does he want to ascend? I would think he does. Does he not want to move on, or has he moved but keeps visiting? See, Nigel, I believe that there's levels. I believe there's 7 to 10, 11 levels of heaven. And, depending on how fast we move up on those levels is kind of up to us. I mean, no one's going to force us, is what I'm understanding about it. And he wants to move up and wants to become a part of, something greater. But it's all so interesting, intriguing, confusing. Were you assigned to him? No, I think he was assigned to me. I don't think I was assigned to him. Maybe that's how it goes. Maybe I was assigned to him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how this ultimately works. I know that Jesus was saying that they have, they've been chosen for a reason. They're with me for a reason. And that's what, they're going to keep on doing until their time has come to move on. And time isn't a factor there. You say that, Randy, or no, that's what, and I understand you're throwing that out there. But, I don't think that. I don't, hold on. Is this Crystal? You're still talking about with the cats and the fighting? Friday night, Josh and his asshole cats. Oh. You guys are so funny here. Let me show that comment. Hey, Connie, it wasn't letting, I had to approve your comment because you had asshole in it. Okay. It's like they fight, they drink, they lick themselves. It's the most annoying sounds ever. And if I kick them out, then they're at the door. Here, why don't you go out there? Come on. You want to go? Yeah, why don't you go out there for a little bit? There we go. All right. So annoying, but I love them. Piss on your boss chair too. Crystal, I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute your chatting capabilities. You're going to get no chatting capabilities. Anyway, let's see. When our loved ones cross over, do they all go to levels? Yeah, there's different levels. There's definitely different levels. There's different dimensions to it. It's not just like heaven, top floor heaven, bottom floor hell, middle floor purgatory. I don't think it's that simple. I think there's something more to it. I think it's simple in a sense, but I don't think we understand it. And I think that there's definitely more to it. Hold on, let me see what other comments you guys have. Sounds like it's a journey for them too. It absolutely is, Susan. I absolutely believe that. Are the teachers there to help them help us so that they can progress to the next level? Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship in that sense. Guardian angel, and I don't say an angel, but there's angels and there's guides, and guides are there to help us, not hurt us. And there's a human factor to the guide because they were human living in a body. And they're choosing. And Randy brought up the fact that there's, time is not a factor, but I think there's some factor with time because they don't stick around sometimes. They say they're late, they forget. They're sleeping. I mean, it's also contrary to what we, I think, have kind of gone through and believed this whole time. We go to heaven, we get to know everything right away. We're with Jesus right away. And I think that that's a possibility. I don't think that we have to be deprived of God if we don't, but there's some other journey to it. I don't think we're just dead and then into the light and then you're with God. There's something else going on to that. I mean, maybe for some, but maybe for a lot, there isn't that way. I think there's still a journey even on the other side. Things to understand that we didn't understand here. But, I asked about Bourdain and what did they say? He's learning a lot about science. And that was very interesting. So the Connie thing was interesting. Jesus had some assignment he wanted to give to us, and I'm going to show that to you guys. It's like step one. There's a couple steps, so I'm going to have to meet with Connie again. Jesus said through her that we can deal with the Frank situation on another day, but that he would work with me to do that. So that would be interesting. And then I asked questions on the DR60, and I've been trying to understand them. About 4 or 5 questions at the end that I even did one in my car after leaving and sat in my car in the driveway and asked. And you can hear clearly messages coming through, and I am not understanding them. And I don't understand why, for that period of time in 2018, for such the longest period of time almost, that we had clear enough messages that I was able to hear, to caption, give to you guys, and you guys were able to hear them. And right now it's not that way. It's not that way. It's definitely harder. And it sounds like every time I'm making out just a little bit, it sounds like they're saying something's messed up, or it's broken, or this guy, someone did something, you know. And it's like, I wouldn't think about those things. I wouldn't even harp on those kinds of things if I didn't hear those kinds of messages. And I'm starting to feel like they're counterproductive. I feel frustrated for them, but I'm going, man, how am I going to be able to break through that? So I just have to roll with it, trust it, not get frustrated when I don't, make it out, because I want to hear them so bad. Was able to hear them before very, pretty clearly. And so, I'm just kind of like trudging on, we're going to get through it, and you guys are going to watch me step by step get through it. And it will be one more experience to note and notch in the book, and kind of say, okay, hey, I remember when this happened, and then this happened, and this is going to be just, an accumulation of experiences that are spiritual in nature. And I will be able to share them with you guys, and you will be able to draw on them on some level, share with me your experiences that are similar. And I think that's how that has to work. I took the box, I got a cardboard box and stuff, and printed up a FedEx label. And I said, all right, guys, I'm going to be shipping this box to Steve. Let's do a session now. And I did a 10-minute session, and a couple things came through, but it was very, maybe they're just saying, screw it, and they're going to wait for the new box. So, and then I recorded DR60 responses at the end, and I am not understanding it. And that's the only reason why I haven't really posted them to you guys yet, because I'd like to try to, mull on those responses a little bit and see if I can get a few of them for us. And if not, then, I'll probably just post them without the captions, and you guys can see if you make anything out. But, it's just it's one of two things. It's like, there really is something going on, and the Frank thing or whatever it was really did affect and kind of off kilter, throw everything off kilter a little bit. And this is where we are. Or there's nothing really wrong, and it's all kind of with me and not understanding something, or there's something I'm not getting. And, so either way, something's a little off and needs to be, and it's either going to correct itself, and that's it. So, it's all good. I'm just expressing to you guys the feelings and how it is. I'll probably play you a few clips of that session I did, that last little session on the box before shipping it to Steve. I'll probably include that in in the Connie video for you guys. And I don't have a new video for YouTube yet. I'm all right, I don't have anything new. Steve and I are supposed to talk. We're planning something for our patrons, pretty much. I think we're planning something for our patrons that we're going to do. Let me see. Hold on. Is there other messages here? I want to make sure. Have you ever watched Leak Projects? Yesterday he interviewed a real interesting gentleman who talked about the afterlife. No, I did not. If you want to send me the link, Wendy, I'd love to see it. There's a father who helps the guides. There's a father who helps the guides, but we may have a team to higher vibration spirits who may help. I don't know. Yep. This deep thinking is above my pay grade. Okay. I hear you, Randy. I try to keep it simple, but as this communication gets deeper, man, sparks deeper questions. I don't like it either. I don't like having to analyze too much. I like to try to be able to, I don't like to go on speculation. I like to go on the research, and I have beliefs, but I like to try to, go on the work. Let's see. Could there be spirit guides on the other side for those that have passed as they go on their journey? Yeah, I don't know. What happens to my spirit guides when I die? Do I meet them and hang out with them still on the other side, or are they gone by that time and I'm dying to meet my family or God? That's a very interesting question. There is movement or a clear shape walking behind you. Is there? Okay. Cool. Hopefully it's my guy, man. If not, then you're here, whoever. Cool. The gentleman's first name is Sheldon. He was talking about the star you described. Oh, the 14-point star. Now you really need to send that to me then, Wendy, if that's the case. I definitely would like to see that. Please send me the link in a message if you can. The door. Oh, it's by the door. You see it by the door. I think it's the camera. Yeah, it might be the camera. It's okay. I hope that doesn't happen to me. It's like pulling the reins back. They said, yes, the light's lit. If you are making a difference, could be darker forces are paying it. That too, I've thought about that too, Randy. It's a very good question. That we had so much success with the DR60 and the messages that Michael was giving that it drew enough attention to kind of get something that kind of, mess something up. It sounds like this last message I tried to record with Michael, it sounds like something messed up that he's so mad, and not mad at me. Like it's sounding like he's mad at something that happened, like something messed with his progress, our progress. And I think that sucks, but that's part of this experience. Jesus said that there's something that needs to be learned. He hasn't removed him for a reason. Oh, he's back. He's back to come in. Come on. Yeah. They're all so excited. Look behind you, Josh. Am I missing something? I know. I don't want you on camera today. Let's see. I think each time you come back, your spirit is at a higher level and you reach the state. We are quicker each time. Definitely I would say that for the most part, each time we're getting better and better, evolving more and more, because you're choosing different soul lessons as you go into your new life. So, clearly there's evolution happening. Have you tried using the rosary? I haven't said a rosary in a while, Tammy, if that's what you're asking. I haven't gotten your rosary yet, so I haven't tried that. I will when there's something going on. Okay, hold on. I'm missing something. Hold on. Yeah. He may use the DR60 at the end. Yeah, I will try. I was going to try it tonight. I normally don't use the DR60, but I was going to actually see what might come through tonight. But for Michael, I'm going to ask Michael that he does so. Oh, what Crystal, are you texting me while I'm doing this? Gotcha. There really is something. Okay. Hold on. I have a couple more things I want to get to, and we're actually running out. It's like we could just start talking. I could start talking and keep going with all your comments. It's great. So I can just a lot of positive. Randy, he doesn't use the box tonight, but sometimes uses. Okay, you're just answering. Gotcha. Okay. Using the light brings balance. I've chosen not to use light because I'm afraid of not helping spirits like Billy. Afraid of not helping. Well, using the light is okay. It can't hurt us. That's the whole point. We want to use more light. Did you spot the large orb that flew in your head during the last group session? I did not. You and I looked at that spirit box, Nigel, that you sent me, and that looks interesting. I might have to check that out. I did not go to that time frame to look at that orb yet. Saw her dead father. She was passing. I definitely think relatives help. when we're passing. I agree with you, Randy. Let's see. You can be responsible if it's no good. Okay. These evil spirits. Has Michael ever told you that they hurt him or steal his energy? Yes, Janet. They have. They said Frank was beating him, and then they were going to die or something. I mean, so yes, that is true. Yeah, and that makes no sense to me. But I guess like he said, he's more susceptible when he's down here or when he's doing this work. You also mentioned that Michael expressed that he feels pain when he helps you. What does that mean? It's painful to do this work sometimes if he's expending energy. Also, when a negative person comes through and starts messing around, he's susceptible to being hurt. And we are light. That is correct, Wendy. We are light. We are light. I've heard the higher spirits refer to those at the bottom of the pile, earthbound, to be the dregs. Have you heard? I have not heard that term. No. They say I need to use. Yeah. They say I need to use the light, but what if the light can be a crutch for some? That's not your problem, though, Tammy. That the result is not your responsibility. You're responsible for the effort. So if your intention is to do good and you're asking God for guidance, I mean, that's it. That's all you can do. I've thought about that. What if I'm giving light to people or spirits that don't deserve it or whatever? Well, that's not. I'm just trying to share love and light. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to become a better person on my own, and in turn channel more light, help spirit on the other side, and help us all together understand this research, understand this work, and so that we can get closer, get some more of the truth, so we can live our best lives here, not before it's too late. So, and light is a big part of that. And I don't think that we have to, I mean, we ask for the gift of discernment to know what is what. But I think we just need to trust in God, that if we're giving light, it's a good thing. Assuming spirits require energy, have they explained to you what forms of energy they prefer to use most? Human. They're asking, they're not in a scientific, they're always saying they need more light. They want more light, need light to communicate, need light to do this work, need light, that's what they're saying. So the light is not just the light at the end of the tunnel going into the light crossover. We always hear the tunnel and all that light, but channeling light down, channeling it in, out of us. It's like not maybe letting God in, but letting God out, because God's within us. The kingdom's within. And that I found a lot more even to be true when I channeled Anthony Bourdain, which was very interesting. So light, they're asking for light, and we have to visualize that. Where there's hope, there's light and love. Amen. Is there any way we can help them? Help the guides? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand more of. Prayer, talking to Jesus for me, and channeling the light. We live through them and them through us. Yes, our Father forgave us before we ever chose to ask for forgiveness. So the forgiveness is really needed from within. It absolutely is. That's just like that reading. And hopefully, Wendy, you saw that channeling from what I wrote on Christmas Day. It's self-forgiveness. So it's like it's not forgiveness from God. The light could be your good intentions, Nigel. Yeah. So let's see. Before my life meeting tonight, I asked Michael to come through a couple times, and I heard stuff, but it wasn't anything that I could make out. I'll go back and listen again. I'm only going to do one or two things tonight. I'm going to ask one of your questions. So if you guys want to do a question, I'm going to ask here in a few minutes, and we'll see what happens with getting an answer. Is that Lonnie's in here? Hey, Lonnie. Glad you're here. As in life, and the life after. There are those that will use your light even if they don't deserve it, but you still have to give it out because there are those that really need it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I would say, Lizzie. Actual bright white light. Yes, it's a light energy. It's light traveling through light. Yeah, it's something to do with light. And it's got something to do with the sun too. Like there's something with the sun, the sunlight. Like, I mean, if I'm out in the sun, like there's more energy that's somehow there. You're doing a great job connecting with the spirit. This is only the beginning. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. That means a lot. We should discuss that. Will you give me give my email, Nigel? Moonlight too. Yes, absolutely. Moonlight is really the sunlight just reflecting off the moon. But yeah, I mean, the moon doesn't, emit light. But yeah, it reflects it. And there's something to that because that's got to do with the tidal force. And, Crystal's right. I don't have to judge. The human part of me is mad at the Frank situation and what's been done. You're hurting my friends, But when we realize what this is, and it's like, it's not our place to judge, and it's not, and that's hard. And we want to, we should be giving love unconditionally. Let me show your email address there. Go ahead. It is a balance of both light and the light, both lights and the light. Okay. Right. With the moon. Gotcha. Ego naturally. Isn't it a judgment thing? It's not a judgment thing. I worry about growth, but I'm a natural with living, but I feel answered. Okay. I don't know if I understand that, but okay. Have you ever heard again from my father, Freddie? I have not. We did not get him in that group session. We have our private session to do soon. I think we'll do that when you're in Florida, like you said. So Janet will be, we'll be able to do that. Hold on, there's I got to approve another message here. Okay. So I also, just really quickly off topic here, are you able to ask Michael the next time you talk to him what level he is on? Lizzie, I think that's a great question. I think at this juncture right now, I need to reestablish a decent working connection with him, communication with him. And I mean, you can ask that if you want, but I don't think we're going to get a clear answer as to what exactly level, I don't know if he's going to say like the 7th level. I don't know, but think of something you want to ask that's not too difficult, and let's see if we can get an answer tonight. I'm going to specifically ask Michael. We will ask Michael a question or two, and then I will tack it on to one of the videos that I'm going to post for you guys here in the next couple of days, day or so, probably by tomorrow. I'm going to try to do it tonight. I'm going to try to respond to everyone's messages tonight as well. And so let's see what happens. I'm going to grab the recorder. We're up to the last few minutes of this. Yeah, I've got no box right now, so I'm kind of like, I've got nothing to use other than the recorder for the most part. Okay. That's a great question, Deborah. I'd like to know how to find the name of our spirit guides, but I'm going to try to ask a simple question tonight. I'd like to see if we can get a couple simple answers. I think that would be good. It is a good question, though. But I don't. Reverend Joyce mentioned how Jesus healed. He looked at the beings as they are, and with that love, that energy heals. That's what I do. I pray. My hands get warm. People's heal. That's about it. That's cool. I believe that. There's a lot of healing that can come from energy through the hands. I don't want to shoot down all your questions here. I just kind of wanted to find something that's simple for us. My question for Michael: how can we help? That's a good question. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yes, Deborah, absolutely. Once I get the new box, I mean, I think that would be how can we help Michael and the guides? Yeah, so we'll ask that. I'll ask two questions. I'm going to take Tammy's question first, and we'll do that, okay? So I'm just going to ask now. I'm just going to say that we thank you. I'm just kind of saying this little impromptu prayer, just Jesus, I'm asking for communication with the guides. I'm asking for anything that has hindered us in any way to be lifted and to be arrested to the side so that we can do this work, understand more. I'm asking for some clarity, and the patrons, all of us, we're all looking for that. And if that's okay, and I'm asking Michael if he's willing to come through. We're all here. The patrons, and we're all here, and they care, I care. So let's ask. I would like to ask a question. So I'm going to give you a second here to prepare here. Let me see. Okay. All right. So this question is for Michael. Tammy has a question about, she wants to know, how can we help you and the guides? Okay, no response. Let me lower the setting here. I bet that makes a little bit of a difference. Hold on. Okay. This question is for Michael, and it comes from Tammy, one of the patrons, is asking how we can help you and the guides. Nope. Nothing yet. What is it? Michael, do you know any of your family members? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a response on this. Michael, I'm directly asking you from one of the patrons how we can help you and the guides. Okay, hold on. It just needed an adjustment.
Michael, I'm directly asking you from one of the patrons how we can help you and the guides.
That was weird. Michael, are you here with us, and can you answer us? Wow. This is definitely weird. I mean, it's very strange. No, I don't think he's omnipresent, Crystal. Some speech, though, yes. No, I did get something on the last one. Hold on. Michael, are you here with us right now in the patrons? Oh, shoot. He was saying something. I cut him off.
Michael, are you here with us right now in the patron?
Okay. That was because he was trying to push the timer. I could see it. I could see the timer moving, but not moving. So that means I need to adjust it. He's trying. I know. He is trying. Yeah. All right. Michael, we love you. And we appreciate all the help that you've ever given and done. And you've been with me for a while, it seems like. So I'm very appreciative. I don't know what's fully going on. We want to help. We want to keep moving forward and keep learning, keep connecting. So I'm just going to ask one last thing here. You know, we care about you. We love you. We thank you. Is there anything else that you want to tell us? If you could say it in a clear and slow manner, that would be great. Now I adjusted the volume so we wouldn't get any of that yelling. But when I did that, okay, hold on. One last time. I gotta see. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up, Michael. We love you. We thank you. Is there anything that you would like to share with us, from you to us, the patrons? All right, I'm going to shut it down. Love you, brother. Good night. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this up, Michael. We love you. We thank you. Is there anything that you would like to share with us, from you to us, the patrons? Shut it down. Love you, brother. Good night. Thank you.
He said turn around. You heard him say turn around. Let me play it again for you guys.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this up, Michael. We love you. We thank you. Is there anything that you would like to share with us, from you to us, the patrons? Shut it down. Love you, brother. Good night. Thank you.
That sounded strong. I can't understand what he's saying yet until I review it. I'll try. Thank you, Michael. You're really trying to work with me on this, and we're working together. We're going to get through it. We're going to share it all with all of you, and it's going to be beautiful. We're going to, we have a beautiful year ahead, and Steve and I are really going to push forward and make sure we plan these things that we're going to do. And we're planning something, like I said, for you guys, his patrons and mine, which are a lot of the same. So we're going to try to do that. And I'm excited about that. But I'm excited about getting this new box and experimenting with it and doing the group session 2 times this month so that I split it up. It'd be like 40 names per session. So I'm hoping that we can get more responses. I couldn't understand anything either, Nigel, but it will definitely, hopefully, be able to get a few of those words that we can maybe piece together, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna tack that on that video, or those couple of responses to the video I'm gonna post for you guys here in the next day. And I think that's what we're gonna try to do, Kathy. We're gonna try to plan a meeting for the patrons, but I don't want to say that officially yet. We're talking about stuff. Oh, he's saying something for sure. Tammy, that's the frustrating part about it, is that I get messages like that all the time. I mean, think about if your friend kept calling you on the phone and it sounds like they have important stuff to tell you and you can't understand anything they say. And you're just like, all right, what? All right, you know what? I can't hear you, man. I got to go. I'm sorry. And that's what I feel like I'm deserting them sometimes with that. So, I think that's a tough one. I think that's the part that gets to me. I think that's when you see me you're like, oh, you're frustrated. I'm just frustrated because I want to hear what they have to say. I care about what they're saying. I feel like I'm, not listening to, or not, which I know that's not the case, but, anyway, I can connect with Michael in my brain, trusting that intuition. See, if I connect with one of you, okay, let me just explain this real quick. I know we've gone over, but whatever, who cares? When I do a reading for one of you guys, I don't have any preconceived notion. I'm really very clear, and I just don't care. So that means anything can come through. Not that I don't care. That's not what I mean. I'm saying I'm very neutral. So when I give you a reading, I mean, I just get what I get, and I go after. I just go at it, and I trust that. When I'm speaking to Jesus intuitively, when I'm speaking to Michael, or like with Bourdain, I really didn't have any preconceived notion with him. I've seen his show, but when I communicated with him, it was really clear and really real. When I spoke with Michael one night, it was really clear and really good. Sometimes, though, when things are going on and I go to listen and try to hear it intuitively, I feel a little blocked, or I feel like I'm judging the answer, which is preventing the truth from coming through sometimes. And that's what we're going to go through in the intuitive classes. And that's a good lead in. So I do want to end with this. The intuitive classes, most of you, or a lot of you, have signed up either into that category, and upgraded to that tier. And I'm really excited about that. How do I unblock? Well, I'm going to go through that in the intuitive class. Hopefully you can do that. Really, it's just about grounding and things like that. But how many times do you use your box daily? I don't use it daily, no, but I use it a few times a week, at least, like about two to 3 times a week. So with the intuitive class, I'm going to say that there's a lot of wonderful things that we're going to go through in there. And that's going to be, a 12-month course. And I've got a lesson for each month. And you guys will be able to message me and ask me after the class. The class will probably be alive on that tier level. And you guys will be able to interact with me like this through the chat. And then if anyone misses the class, you'll be able to go back and watch it in the live under that tier. That will be under the $25 tier. I'm going to put out a survey, or not a survey, I guess a question. Like, I'm going to pose a poll of what day or what time really works. You're not understanding the upgrade, but it's $25. Yes, the upgrade is instead of doing, really it's the same. You get everything, but once a month I'm going to teach an intuitive class, a 1-hour intuitive psychic development class. And so any of you that have signed up for that, you'll be able to partake in it, just like the chat here, and we'll be able to, I'm going to walk you through exercises and different things that were taught to me by my teacher, multiple teachers, mostly Deborah, and the experiences that I've learned and that work for me. I'll share with you what I do in a reading, when I'm not in a reading, when I'm before my sessions. I'm going to go into that in more depth so that you guys can practice it and do that. But I wish everyone luck. Oh, that's fine, Nigel. Yeah, it's I mean, intuitive is a big part of this thing, but it's not for everyone. I understand that, and but it's there for anyone that would like it. So, all right. Is there any other questions that you guys have before I wrap it up? I love you all. I really love spending this time with you guys. It's so important. And, I hate sometimes bringing you guys this, going, I don't know what's going on yet, but we're going to find out. Sometimes it's frustrating going, oh, I don't, I want to share good stuff with you guys, and it is good. But when I'm not understanding it and it's confusing, it can be like, difficult to go through, and then share it with all of you and go, I don't know what's going on yet. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I agree. This is the real deal, and the book is started, but we're definitely getting I'm getting more of the shape of it in my head as I'm starting to put things down. I've been a $10 patron since the beginning, but I'm definitely going to be going up to the $25 tier. It's a great deal. Thank you, Josh, for making this so affordable. Absolutely. Because then from here, if you guys want, after that, you guys can always upgrade and go to Deborah's class. I mean, it's like $1,300 for a 12, 13-week class, but it's amazing, Yeah, the homework through Jay, you're going to get in the video. So what Jesus said through Connie, you'll hear it I'm not going to go over that now. But it's going to be, it'll be in the video. You guys are going to see it. It'll be a video of the Connie stuff with my last session with the box, and then, or that I just sent off, and then a couple, and then this, and then this. So, oh, Tracy, very good. Very good. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to get to your messages over tonight and tomorrow. If you have any questions, just message me. Other than that, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And look for that video and the list I'm going to be posting soon too. So make sure and just leave your loved one's name in the comments on that post with the list. That's what I'm asking for you to do. Okay. Yep. Love you all, guys. All right. Have a great night.